Hello and welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome everyone, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As you come on, please mute your lines. We're going to get started in probably another minute or two. We're just waiting on more people to join us this evening. First, I want to say thank you for everybody taking out this time to join us for this important information that our lovely guest is going to give us. And while you're waiting, go ahead and get a pen and paper to take notes, because as we say, note takers are money makers. So go ahead and get your paper and pen ready for notes. One more, probably like 30 more seconds, we're going to go ahead and get started. We're just waiting on a few more people to get on before we start with this information. We do not want anybody to miss this information. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. For those of y'all who don't know, my name is Rosalind, and I'll be introducing you to this lovely guest that we're about to have to come on very, very shortly. As you know, I'm a part of this opportunity that is about to be presented to you. And the person that is about to present this information to you is the person that presented it to me. And when she brought this information to me, it was a no-brainer because she is my sister and she's someone that I like, love, and I trust. And you have to have those three things when you're dealing with an opportunity like this. First, I'm going to just give you a little bit of background about this person. She is an Army veteran. She's a breast cancer survivor. She loves archery. She's the best auntie ever. And she loves rowing. Her been knowing each other for 10 plus years, but it may be a little bit more than that. But if I tell you how long we've been knowing each other, then I pretty much give you our age, but I don't want to do that. But this person is about to drop some amazing tools and knowledge about this opportunity. So I hope you guys are ready. Please have your pen and paper ready. Without further ado, Makisha, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I am here. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. So I like to give it back to Rosalind because like Rosalind said, we've been knowing each other forever, right? So when I came to her with this opportunity, she just was like, no doubts, no hesitation. It was like, hey, I trust you. We're doing this, sisters. I'm going to take advantage of this. I've been asking for this. And she took advantage of it. So I want to say shout out to you, Ross, for being an awesome friend and doing just amazing things in the community. So thank you. So I also like to shout out to everyone on the line because on a Monday, you're here at 7 p.m. Eastern and you're learning about growing your money, getting your time back. So I want to congratulate you as well. So thank you, everyone, for being here. Like Rosalind said, breast cancer survivor, and that's what got me on this Forex journey. Because like she said, I was in the military. So I'm just used to getting a certain amount of money every month. I'm used to working, from sun up, sundown. I knew my exact schedule every single day. So back in 2011, when I was told I had breast cancer, I didn't know what to do. And honestly, it never hit me that I needed to plan ahead because I was so comfortable in the military. I figured, hey, that's what I'm doing for the rest of my life. I never thought past that because I figured that's what I'm doing for the next 20 years. I'm good. So when I got this diagnosis, it was crazy. Like for the first couple of months, all I heard, I don't know, not gonna tell my age, but the Charlie Brown teacher, when she's talking and she's like, run, and we don't know what she's saying, but they know what she's saying. That's how I felt for like the first 3 months of being diagnosed because it didn't click to me that, okay, you got to figure out what you're gonna do. not just health-wise, but also financially. So I started freaking out. So they told me, it's like, hey, Styles, that's my last name, Styles, you're going to have to come off orders. We're going to retire you early. And I didn't know what to do. Instantly, I wasn't even thinking about my health anymore. For some reason, because you know the world we live in, it's all about money. Because you got to have money to live, you got to have money to stay places, you got to have money to eat. So when they tell me I'm coming off of orders, I was like, what am I going to do financially? So while I'm going through treatments and going through everything, I'm online because I'm a researcher. So I'm online going through treatments and stuff. And I'm like, hey, how to make money from home? Because I knew that I wasn't going to be the same person mentally and definitely not physically. So I couldn't do a regular 9-to-5 job. So I went online and typed in ways to make money from home. I came across a lot of things, right? So like I said, I did the first thing we all do, went to YouTube. So when I figured out different ways to make money from home, it was a lot of stuff, like legally and illegally, right? So that's when I came across a guy called Robert Kiyosaki. A lot of you might know him, a lot of you might not, which is cool. That's why you're here tonight, is to learn. So as you receive this information, make sure, like Robin said at the beginning, that you're writing down everything. Because she said something very valuable that I think a lot of y'all didn't catch. Note takers are money makers. On my desk is nothing but notes. I'm pretty sure on Rosalind's desk, there's nothing but notes. So note takers are money makers. Remember that. So when I came across Robert Kiyosaki, get my little high-speed marker here, he was explaining that there are two sides of money. Two sides, just two sides of money. You got the left side and the right side of money. I don't know about you, but as soon as I came across the left side and the right side of money, I started to think, okay, how do I get on the right side of money? So first you have to start and figure out, okay, what's on the left side? Who's on the left side? That's when I found out as well, 95% of the whole population on the left side of money. Now, one thing I learned, that if everybody else is doing something, I need to be doing something else, because something else must be going on. If everybody else doing that one thing, then it's got to be something better over here, right? So 95% of us fall over here on the left side of money. So who is that? Employees. Nothing wrong with employees, because technically that's what I was in the military, right? I was trading my time for money. I missed a lot of my oldest nephew growing up because I was busy serving in the military. I was busy taking trainings. So I didn't really get a chance to see him really grow up because I don't have kids. So like she said, I'm the best auntie ever, right? So I love being there for my nieces and nephews, but I didn't get a chance to do that because I was trading my time for money, which is what a lot of us do. And a lot of us get very comfortable. So like I said, there's nothing wrong with that, but just realize that you shouldn't get comfortable. Because just like that, just like with me, your whole world can be turned upside down, like with everything that's going on. A lot of people lost their jobs, right? So that's why you need to have some other source of income. Something too that you can pass down. Because I don't have kids, I have my nieces and nephews, so everything I learn, I teach them. Because I know it doesn't stop with me. I want to have something for them. Because a lot of us, I don't know if you're like me, but I wasn't born into a wealthy family. So I had to figure out how to get money. I had to figure out how to grow my money. So that's why a lot of you are here tonight. So a lot of us are employees. When you don't have that one source of income, one source. So a lot of times too, when I looked it up, I was like, okay, cool. I can be a self-employed, right? What does that entail? First thing I did was Uber Eats. I did Postmates. I did DoorDash. I did all that stuff. Because I was like, oh, I can make my own hours. So I'm good. But what I didn't realize is that I was still trading my time for money. Because if I didn't make any deliveries, I didn't get any money. So that still was a no-go. Because even if I was having a bad headache or, just wasn't feeling good and I didn't go out to make these deliveries, now I don't have any money for that. So I couldn't live like that, which a lot of you understand. People that are like barbers, have barbershop, beauticians, all type of stuff, right? So if you don't have people coming in or people getting your services, then you still, you won't have any extra money. You don't know how to grow your money. So that's when I found out about the right side of money. I'm gonna say that one more time. The right side of money, right? So on the right side of money are your business owners. These like your Tyler Perry's, and they have a studio who buys a lot of real estate. Your Oprah Winfrey, right? Your Jeff Bezos, I think that's how you say his name, Amazon guy that went from going in the garage to now having just owning Whole Foods and all kind of stuff, right? Your Walmart, your the Apple guy, Steve Jobs, right? They're business owners. So I was like, cool, I could be a business owner. I could put a system in place because when you are a business owner, now you have a system in place and now you have people that'll do the work for you. So you don't really have to be there all the time, but you still have to have people for that to work, right? So if you have nobody buying the products, nobody, no workers or anything like that, now you're still limited on your income. And I know I want to be a business owner anyway, because for one, I don't do business plans. For two, how I'm dressed now is how I dress all the time. Right now I'm in my socks, I'm in the house, but I like to be comfy. So a business owner wasn't going to be the thing for me. That's when I found out about this powerful thing here called investors, which only 1% of the population take advantage of being investors. Those are your Warren Buffetts, right? You think about your real estate. You think about all kind of stuff when you think about investing in stocks. But one thing nobody really talks about, which is why we're here tonight, is Forex. I'm going to say it again for you. Forex. Remember that. Dream about that tonight. Because once you learn this skill, like everything is just unlimited for you. Your income becomes unlimited. There's no cap on it. You can do it whenever you want to do it. You can pass it down to your kids, to your nieces, to your nephews, to your loved ones. Forex is what you've been looking for. So if you've been looking for something, you know, okay, it's a better way, like my sis said at the beginning. She knew there was something better out there. She knew that she wasn't going to be able to work these 2 jobs, and she's about to let one go. She didn't say that, did she? But yeah, the team knows that she's about to let one of those jobs go. But she wouldn't have been able to do this if she didn't have the open mind when opportunity was brought to her, and she didn't take advantage of the Forex market. So that's why we're here tonight, to learn about the Forex market. So what is it? Because a lot of you on the line, like you came here because you're high speed. So you came here, it's like, okay, I want to get this information because whoever invited me here believed enough in me to know that this will help me out in life. So Forex simply stands for the foreign exchange market. So I'm going to give you a couple of facts about the Forex market because remember, I said I'm a researcher. So I understand that we need certain details before we begin things, right? So one thing is Forex is simply your currencies. You got your currencies, other stuff that fall under that. But stocks, because we all know about stocks, remember it's on the news, it's on all the different channels, right? But stocks are companies. So those two differences, Forex, currencies, stocks, companies. Another thing is that when it comes to Forex, and you're in a trade, because you can trade stocks on there as well, and it's going up, you're like, great, I'm doing good, this is going to be good, right? But then it starts to drop. And we still in the Forex market like, oh, we about to really get some money on this because it's going down. Versus the stocks, remember, it's companies. So some news come out about the company, and you got into that company, said $34, right? And it started to go up. It shot up to $120. You're like, yes, this is great. But some news came out, and that company stocks and shares drop. What happens to the money that you put in? It's gone. It's gone. So you can't leverage the buys and the sales on the stock market. So you're limited. So there, again, is a cap on your money. We don't want to be a cap on our money, right? We want unlimited income coming to us, right? So another thing is with stocks, remember, it's from 8 to 5 p.m., right? So think about it. A lot of us work from maybe 7 in the morning to 6 at night. So imagine if you can't get on your phone at work, and you can't place a trade on the stock exchange market until you get off work. But you get off work at 6 p.m. What happens? Now you're limiting on your money again because you got to wait until the next day to trade. Versus Forex is 24/7 if you're trading cryptocurrency. So if you work from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., you got home by 8 p.m., you can still trade in the foreign exchange market. Some powerful stuff, right? Like right now, I know a lot of you are like, ooh, yes, keep going, Keish, keep going. I sure will. So another thing is that it's recession proof. So Forex is recession proof. What do I mean by that? That means that with everything going on in the world, right, and the stock exchange stopped for a moment. I know a lot of you remember that if you was paying attention, it stopped for a moment. But you know what kept going? The Forex market. The Forex were still profiting. So how would it be if you can get a hold of that? Because remember, the Forex is like a $6.7 trillion per day industry. So what if we can show you how to do that? What if we can show you how to get just a little percentage of that? Would you be interested? I know you will. I can see a lot of you nodding your heads now that, yes, you will be interested. So I'm glad that you're here. So how exactly do you learn this? Do you just sit and listen to me talk? No, no. When it comes to learning anything, one thing you need to have is a credible source. So when I first started, I thought the credible source was YouTube. So I went on YouTube and I typed in, hey, how to trade Forex successfully online. And I found a lot of stuff, like a lot. You can find like a lot of stuff on YouTube, right? So when I came across a lot of stuff, I was like, okay, cool, I can do this. I'll follow this guy. I'll follow this girl. This is great. So when I did that, I took trades. And you know what happened? I lost money, like a lot of money. And you know why? Because I didn't have a credible source. Because anybody could put a YouTube video up. Anybody, my nephew, anybody could put a YouTube video, right? But another thing that because of that is because I didn't have anybody to reach out to. So I needed a community as well that I can trade with. And if I had questions, I can reach out and ask them. So that's the power of what I'm about to show you. So what I'm about to show you is called the I Am Mastery Academy. So with this academy, what actually brought me towards is a friend of mine, he was trading with it. I was like, okay, cool, teach me. So he introduced me to the academy. So what comes to my attention, because the guy, the CEO, Christopher Terry, he's like just a great guy. Like he helps people. Like he created this because he wanted things to be simple. He wanted to make what they make to seem so complicated. He wanted to be nice and simple for people like you and people like me. He made it so simplified, and he's always helping people. Because like Ron said at the beginning, I love to help people. So I'm not going to join any school, anything, unless I know that it serves a good purpose. So that's why I had I Am Mastery Academy. So let me show you a few things. I want to share my screen. So Ross, let me know you can see the screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect, perfect. So one of the things I want to show you is when I first started. When I first started, I told you I went on YouTube. They told me to download this app, MetaTrader 4. That's what a lot of you on the line have downloaded. Because MetaTrader 4 is what we use to analyze and take our different trades. Don't worry about the terminology. It's coming later. So when I came on here, I said, cool, I can download an app. It's a free app. Cool. I clicked on one of these things, just playing with the buttons, right? And this is what I saw. Looks like a whole bunch of mess. I didn't know what any of this means. So imagine going to YouTube thinking you can learn all this just from anybody. And they say, hey, download this free app. And this is all you see. You don't know what to do next. You don't have anybody to contact. That's why this academy is so important. Because one of the things, and a lot of you are going to get access to that tonight, one of the powerful things of this is that it gives you everything that you need. This academy here is your training wheels. Just like when you learned Spanish or you learned French in school, you had to start off with the holas, the adios, and stuff like that. That's what this is. You have to learn the basics in order to be very successful in trading Forex. So the first thing you'll see over here, it's nice and simple. Look at it, it's so nice and neat. This is the type of stuff I like. I like structure. I gotta make sure that things are to the T and on point. So that's why this academy attracted me as well. So when I click on academies, what it's gonna show me here is all the different academies. So you got the resources, so you can go through your terminology. It shows you how to actually use the academy. I can trade learning English. I can do it in Spanish, Portuguese, German, whatever your language is, we have it back here. But what I'm going to look at is what majority of us speak on the line is English. So you come back here, right? So I want to show you, that's the stuff you cannot find on YouTube. Trust me, I looked. I told you I'm a researcher. So back here you have all the videos. So the very first video, in case you forgot what I said Forex was, is what is Forex. Now you're not going to hear it, so don't get nervous on me. But I want to show you the quality. Like this is not a YouTube video. This is HD definition type videos. And I want you to pay attention here. That is 4 minutes and 41 seconds to know exactly what Forex is. This whole school right here will take you 3.5 hours to go through, which means that in 3.5 hours, I won't recommend you do it all at once, you will know the basics and the fundamentals of trading Forex. You'll learn different strategies. You'll learn what the terminology means. So when I start saying lot size, pips, right, time of days to trade Forex, you'll know exactly what it means by going through this academy. This here is your first step. Now your second step, once you go through the academy, is actually learning live from our well-paid, well-earning, because we know certain live we can't say, but people that have been there, done that, right? Which is from Go Live. So these are from traders that are already making that income that you want to make one day. So the very first ones are top educators. Just pay attention to the views. Just pretend like you're watching YouTube, but this here is getting you paid. YouTube's not getting you paid when you watch it, but this is. So look at the views on it. These are the highest one. These are the most viewed, right? And we do have binaries. So for those of my binary lovers, I'm going to show you that platform next. We do have binary options as well. So you come back here, I want you to pay attention. We have all the different channels: Forex, high frequency Forex, digital currency, e-commerce. Once you lock arms with us tonight, and you're like, hey, I forgot everything Keisha said, you come back here, it says, are you a new member? Click here. When I tell you it's so simplified, it's so simplified. We have strategies. We have 1, 2, over 10 different strategies, and the strategies within those. So if you don't resonate with a particular strategy, don't worry, because we have more than one. So we have something in here for every learning type, right? So what I want to show you here is the schedule. Because just like with everything, remember I told you I like structure. Just like with everything, it gives you a schedule. So you'll know exactly, turn it sideways, you can see a little more here, what's going on. So if you're like, hey, I want to catch some live educator before I go to work, boom, you got one at 8, got one at midnight. Just all throughout the day, there's someone on here live teaching you. And I don't think you understand the benefit of that yet. When I say someone's live teaching you, that means that they're on here. You get to ask them questions, and whatever trades that they're doing, whatever markups they're doing on the chart, you do it too. So you're side by side with your educator, learning the way that they learn on a thing. They already been there. They're already making the money that you want to make. That is some powerful, powerful stuff. So that's step 2. Step 3, because you went through the academy, was step 1. Step 2, now you're learning with the educator, you're implementing what you learned in the academy. Here's step 3. Let's go back here. It's going to be, now you're implementing strategies. Remember I told you we have over, well, pretty much we have like a lot of strategies. I'm just going to show you 2 of them. Because remember, I showed you that MetaTrader 4 just looked like foreign language, right? But what if I told you that you don't have to worry about any of that? Because you actually have strategies. So one of the main strategies that you get access to tonight, look at that, I just clicked on strategies. Like everything is so simple back here. Got your handbooks. And back here now, you have all your different strategies. So one of the ones we're going to show you is the harmonic scanner. So the harmonic scanner is your step 3. Because now you understand what pips and stop losses are. You understand, okay, how to take a trade. But now you're like, all right, I still, it's 2 weeks now. I'm not really a master trader yet. But how actually do I get to the money? How do I earn while I learn? Well, I'm glad you all asked. This here is your life jacket. This is what's going to keep you afloat while you're learning. So you're not just going through listening to people talk, not just going through watching videos, you're actually earning. And why I'm saying you're earning is because over here to the right-hand side, if you can't see it, don't worry, because whoever invites you to the call, they're going to jump on a Zoom with you and explain all this as well, is you just copy these numbers. This is copy, paste, profit. So with you not knowing anything at all about trading, as long as you know how to read entry, stop, TP number 1, and those numbers, you're able to earn while you're learning. So this scanner here, this is the AI system. It scans all the pairs in the Forex market, and it tells us the most profitable ones. Now, the percentage rate up here of this winning versus losses is over 87% accurate. That means with you not knowing anything about trading, you're going to win at least, 16 out of your 20 trades. I'm not good with math, but to do trading, you don't have to be good at math. You don't. So that's the power of this AI system. So you get access to this tonight as well when you lock arms with us. Now, I told my binary people I was going to show them a strategy, right? For my binary people, you're like, okay, I trade binaries. What does all this mean? Let me see if I can get the binary one for you. So when I start looking into binaries, just another form of trading. And one of them is pocket options, right? So you go on here. Don't get along with the amount. It's a demo account. It's a demo account. So you come on here and I try to learn binaries. This is what I saw. I didn't know what the red mean. I guess it means sell. I didn't know what the green mean. I guess it means buy, right? But imagine if you had something that's going to tell you when to buy, when to sell. Forex, we got that too. Don't worry. I told we got everything that you need right here. You just have to pay attention and listen closely to whoever invited you to this call. So let's come back over here. We're going to look at the strategies again. So look at the strategies. So we come over here. So I'm gonna go to the binary next. Let's look, I'm gonna do one more for the Forex. I know the Forex got a lot, right? So one of the things is gonna tell you whether you buy or sell. Buy means going up, so you get an up arrow. Sell means going down, get a down arrow. So with knowing that information, and you came over here, and you see it, you might not be able to see it too clearly, but that's a blue arrow. That blue arrow is telling you, hey, get in. So now you got the scanner, you got other software. So you're really earning while you're learning. You're really copy, paste, profit until you actually are ready to really learn how to trade, because we show you that as well. We don't have you just copy, paste, and profiting your whole time you're here. We actually show you how to trade. So for my binary, it's the same thing. You come over here, got another strategy called hourglass. Choose a strategy here. Remember, I told you, up arrow means buy, down arrow means sell. So let's see what this one has. Let's see if it has those lovely arrows. Look at that. This one has an up arrow. Up arrow means for binaries, you would jump in on this. You see a red one, you would, jump in on a sell. That's how simple this stuff really is. Now, let me stop sharing my screen for a moment. I want you to see my face. There we go. So everything that I showed you is what's going to help you become not just so dependent upon just a regular traditional way of growing your money. Or if some of you don't know how to grow money. So this right here, we're learning Forex with the strategies, with the copy and paste, with the educators, but that's not it. But wait, there's more, like those commercials, right? So we have like a huge community called Generation 12, which means we're paving the way generations, 12 generations forward, right? Like we're going real deep with this. It's not just about you. So when you start to trade Forex, remember, it's majority mental. It's all mental because the strategies are there, the schooling is there. We just got to help you with this because we're so accustomed to so many things. So we just got to relearn a few things and start to really believe in ourselves and know this stuff is possible. Just trust the process. So this stuff is, like I said, it's very, very powerful. It's going to take you to places you never thought before. Like now with me being able to trade Forex, I'm able to help others, right? And then plus two, it got me back discipline because when I was in the military, I'm used to that structure and that discipline. So when I came out, I'm like, I don't know what to do. So with this, now I have a schedule when I trade Forex. I know if I'm trading this time of day, I know what's going on that time of day. I know what trainings are going on. I'm also able to help others as well. So this stuff is very powerful. And every single day, except for Friday, we do get a day off, right? Our Generation 12 does trainings. So for those of you that lock arms with us before this call is over, you will have access to our 8 p.m. training tonight. How powerful is that? Like we don't just push you to the curb. No, we're helping you as soon as you start. It's so powerful. So I know a lot of you right now, like, okay, Keisha, this is wonderful. I love it. Okay, like, but is it free or how much is the investment? My people that said investment are my money makers. You're the future billionaires. So congratulations. So the investment is only $234. You might not be able to see it, but you can hear my voice, right? So the investment is only $234. So what's included with that $234, because I already hear you asking, it's the academy that I told you about. It's the strategies that I told you about. It's that AI system that scans all the Forex pairs for you and tells you, hey, get in. Hey, you need to go ahead and get out because we teach you risk management as well. Because you know the market is 100%. So we teach you how to minimize that risk. So that's very important. Everybody's not teaching that, right? Then also you get access to the live educators. So you're able to trade side by side with them at different times of the day. And we know a lot of people work. Don't worry. Everything is recorded. And another thing, which is, I think, is the most powerful thing ever, is our community, our Generation 12 community. So right now, if I was like, hey, I don't know the answer to this question, you know what I would do? I would just ask the community and everybody pours in and help. That's the power of this. So you get all that and more, because I didn't say everything, right? For $234. So in 30 days later, you're like, hey, this is great, but I'm not a master trader yet because it's a skill set. It takes time to learn, right? So just like how you're watching this on the cell phone, I'm doing this from a cell phone. You have to pay that fee so that you can keep utilizing those services. Same thing here. Only thing is, it's only $174. That's it. And a lot of people, when they're using the harmonic scanner, when they're using the strategies, they're able to recoup that investment back. So think about how often you spend, because 174 is like, I think like a little bit less than $6 a day. Imagine what you spend $6 a day on right now. I order DoorDash pretty often, Uber Eats pretty often. My niece and nephews come over, I definitely splurge. But imagine if I wasn't able to do any of that. I had to sit down and buckle down and learn this skill set. So now I'm able to do those type of things. That's the power of us. Don't look at it as a cost. This is an investment that you can recoup over and over and over again and pass down to your loved ones. So a lot of times I get different questions. One of the questions is, do I have to have a laptop to do this? No, you don't. Like I said, I'm doing this from my cell phone. Everything I showed you is on a cell phone. So if you wanted to, as you were going through everything and you're earning while you're learning, you can save up and then boom, be able to get your laptop. But you do not need one. Another thing is, how long does it take for me to get my investment back? That all depends upon you. Because remember, this whole thing is self-paced. So it moves as fast or as moderate as you want to move it. So it all depends upon you and how coachable you are, right? But it all depends on you. So right now, I don't know, do I have any questions? If so, you have to type them inside the chat box. So we don't have the sound on. Or if you want to, because I know a lot of us get nervous on the lines like this, get back with the person that invited you to the call, and they're going to help you out. They're going to get on the line with you and another mentor, and they're going to answer all your questions. So you don't have to worry. It's okay. So before we got to the line, I love to say there's always 3 types of people on the call. Just 3. Just 3. One person was already like, hey, Keisha, before I even got to the call, I just knew that trading Forex was going to be the solution for me. I just wanted to get on here, hear your voice, and make sure that it was everything that the person that invited me here told me it was. Great. I want to already welcome you to the community, and I'm going to see you on the 8 o'clock call tonight. Just before you get off the line, make sure you tell that person that invited you here, just text them and say, hey, I'm ready. And they'll go ahead and get you everything you need and send you that special code as well. So it's a second type person on the line, my researcher. That was me. Remember, I'm a researcher. So you're going to go off and you're going to be like, hey, I need to research a few more things before I go ahead and, lock on with you all. I understand that. But here's what I want you to do. Get back with the person that invites you to call, because everything you're going to research, which is a lot of stuff I already told you, but they have the other answers as well. So make sure you text them and be like, hey, I'm ready for a call. And they will definitely get on the line with you. Then I have my third person. My third person is like, no matter what I said, I could have said, hey, it's free. I could have said, hey, I'm going to come to your house and train you personally tonight. They'd be like, no, not interested. It's cool. But what I do want you to do is pass this information along to a friend, because someone who you know can do this information. I almost forgot about one question. Another question I always get as well is there any way I can get this membership, that next month fee, that $174, waived? Yes, there is. Because I always forget that question. I always forget it, right? So you can get that $174 waived. Remember, it's totally optional. So we do have like a tuition reimbursement program. So if you had 2 people that want to learn with you and who you feel like are really take this seriously, then that will waive your $174. Totally optional. A lot of people, like, we have customers that just trade, do the AI system and learn. Then you have another side, which is totally optional, who also receives another extra income, which means they get their fee waived. They also receive extra monthly compensation as well, but that's a totally optional side. If you want to know more about that, get with the person that invited you to this call. So lastly, I would like to thank everyone, especially you, for being here, and those of you that are actually coming into the community, because this here is a serious transformation. Trading will bring out just some things in you and make you really become a better person. So it's really about more than the money when you learn to trade here. It's about who will you become. Because learning to trade Forex, like Rosalind could vouch for that, I become a totally just different person, but on a higher level. Like, I vibe a lot higher now. Like, I don't mind coming on here speaking with you. And a lot of you I'll be speaking when we get off the call anyway. I don't mind. It's really made me evolve. So it's going to do the same thing for you. I believe it. If you're on this call, I believe in you. No matter if you take action or not, we're still going to be here, and we're going to be here when you're ready. So I wish everyone a blessed and prosperous day. And I will see some of you at 8 o'clock. Other ones, I see you tomorrow. Have a blessed day. dream cards, right? Because we got to be a dream. But you got to be able to touch it. Right? You got to be able to feel it. You got to be able to smell it. Because it's coming to you, whatever it is. So whatever it is that you're dreaming for and hoping for and wishing for, go out there and find it. Find the future of it. Not very many. Unless you own Toshiba, LG, and those type of things, right? If not, your TV and that Netflix and Hulu or that cable is not making you money. It's better off. Look at this.
Yeah. You saw when it was in the middle line, you don't want to trade, right? You don't want to put in there because you don't know which one is going to go up or down. So you can go to another one.
How old are you, Dravis?
14.
14?
Yep.
If anytime it's in the middle, I want to put buy or sell because then they know what's missing. So a new thing that I call it, in the middle, I call it a mystery buy. So in the middle, you don't know what the buy's going. Yeah. Okay. So then basically, oh yeah. So they have like every time frame for like 15 minutes. I go between a minute.
Alright, so I got you. Let me share my screen. So I can be showing both of you all. So you see my screen?